The President, who is now the Executive Director of UN Women, Mlambo-Ngcuka, has challenged male business leaders in South Africa to stand up for women.
She said that they should follow the example of male global CEOs to address gender issues. This on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum in Davos earlier today. The CEOs of Barclays, PwC and McKinsey and the COO of Twitter all committed to transforming their companies to reach gender parity by 2020.
Business anchor Francis Hurd asked Mlambo-Ngcuka why the involvement of men is so important.
What we are doing now is to flip the script, to get the people that hold the authority that are inside the door, to open the door and to take the responsibility to get the women in. So these CEOs have committed to achieve gender parity by 2020 in their companies, especially board, senior and middle management, but also to have a strategy to retain women. Some of these companies are also committing to equal pay, again, within a specific time frame. They are also committing in addressing and promoting, rather, positive masculinity. So they are actually taking men in their workforce to some training in order to address with both the visible and the invisible bias that is there in the human resource department, in the people that appoint people to attend to different activities that enhance the performance of the workforce, so that there is sort of a language within the companies that is geared towards gender equality.
Some would say that women themselves imbibe that bias. They don't ask for enough. They accept lower paying jobs. What's your take?
That's why this is not the only thing that we are doing. We actually also have to continue to invest, which we normally do, in supporting women to strengthen their confidence, to support women to also support one another. But actually, the lack of opportunity is a bigger problem than the women's lack of confidence. We need to do both sides, but this one where those that have the authority are not making the opportunities available, especially in the private sector, where unlike in the public sector, you don't necessarily have a constitution and a law that you could use to enforce this kind of compliance. You actually need the leaders in the private sector to be willing to do that. So to see PwC, to see McKinsey, to see Barclays, to see Twitter, to see Accor, all those kinds of companies talking the same language is definitely pleasing. And I think this is something that we also want to see in South Africa.
Well, that's my final question. What is your message to male South African CEOs who weren't here today?
I would like the business leadership and those kinds of organizations in South Africa to repeat what we've done today, to convene companies who can self-select, who are willing to be the companies that will pioneer deep change within their companies and aim to have an impact in broader society. And us as UN Women will be willing to work with them. We will also make sure that they are part of a community of practice together with these other global companies that are already doing this work.